Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Jets. On the Falcons sideline, head coach Raheem Morris. His guys appear to have figured things out as of late, 4-2 over their last 6 games. Opposite him, the Jets' Aaron Glenn. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Fields now to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
First down. 1st and 10.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Jets had 5 and 6 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Fields. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
That's another Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Fields. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. To throw is Fields. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. Keeps himself upright, but he can't get away forever. and down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to move this one away. This out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Well, this defense for the Jets, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. They'll throw with Penix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
Well, I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about You want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they're certainly playing their best football of the year.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Penix from the gun. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard them over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
Now it's Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, and now some space to operate. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hold to avoid the contact. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run. It's Hall. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
27-yard line.
Here's Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the first.
That's good for another Jets.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The 7-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and inches.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Jets. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
On for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
The 26-yard line.
To the air, Penix. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And looking to throw, Penix. And got his man, complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And spins away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. They'll start on the ground. Hall. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. From the gun, here's Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Jets first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a give to Hall. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. A 4-receiver set here, third and 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 5.
Looking to throw. Fields. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Arnold Ebiketie has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. McLeod to return it. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. So out come the Falcons now. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the 35, here's second down at a yard. Now first carry for their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Pushes past him. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to Robinson now on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw, Penix. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets 20 into the red zone.
And the Falcons first down.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. There was Will McDonald bursting in there and making that play. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Now Penix. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Will McDonald. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, this from 37. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. And his numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Fields now to throw. This pass out wide to Hall.
Fields pass.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Fields throwing again. There's Hall bringing in another one. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A give running right is Hall. Oh, look at the juke. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Fields. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
But tell the statistician to add another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely third down pass.
The Jets on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Will McDonald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. He'll drop to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd.
They'll throw with Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Atlanta.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Sheds off the tackle. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
First down, Falcons.
They'll drop to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 37.
Looking to throw. Slant pass to Boyd. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well of time there. And now 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense and receiver Garrett Wilson ready to get going again. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Now Hall to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. That's pulled in by Wilson. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 7, 1:44 to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. He's back to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. On the bootleg, it's Penix. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
The 11-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Atlanta.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
6 yards.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he will have a Jets 1st down, and that should just about do it.
And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Jets, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.